Hey everyone, Ross McCorkle here with another episode of the Depot 180. With Russell Wilson fully healthy and logging practices all last week, he ended up suiting up as an active for his first game of the year against the Las Vegas Raiders as the backup to Justin Fields. Mike Tomlin was able to blame it on rust, but that shifted all eyes to his press conference ahead of Week 7. That happened earlier today, and it did not disappoint. Tomlin stated that Wilson is in consideration to start. He didn't outright say who is starting, but NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reported just before the press conference began that Wilson is, quote, in line to start and will be taking first team snaps at practice. Wilson was also listed as the quarterback 1 on the depth chart once again. This surprised many people, with Fields leading the Steelers to a 4-2 record, but I don't see it being as controversial as most. Fields looked a lot better than his Chicago days with the limited turnovers and slightly increased efficiency, but the passing game has been pretty anemic overall, particularly over the last 2 weeks. The offense has yet to string together a complete performance in all 4 quarters. You have to at least see what you have in Wilson before making a full decision, and I suspect the offense will look much more fluid and balanced with him in there. If not, Fields is very much still available to be played, and they will likely use him in packages as they had intended to do before the season began. Tomlin did not rule out the possibility of using both quarterbacks. That will be a developing story this week, so check back on the site each day for updates. There was some movement on the wide receiver trade market today, but none of it included the Steelers, unfortunately. The Steelers were reportedly in on the Davante Adams trade possibility, but he has now been traded to the New York Jets for a conditional 4th-round pick that flips into a second under certain conditions. The Jets will absorb his full salary, so the Raiders more or less got what they wanted. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Browns traded Amari Cooper to the Buffalo Bills. This was for a 3rd-round pick plus a late-round pick swap. There goes 2 pretty viable trade targets for the Steelers, but the Jets are reportedly going to make Mike Williams available for their crowded receiver room. He was linked to the Steelers in the offseason and nearly went for a visit before he ended up signing in New York. The trade deadline is on November 5th, so the Steelers only play 2 games before then, against the New York Jets this Sunday and the New York Giants next Monday. They don't have much time to evaluate a guy like Roman Wilson or others before making their decision on a wide receiver trade, but given their prior interest in Adams and Brandon Ayuk, I would assume they will be on the hunt. Let me know how you enjoyed the video on Twitter at Ross_McCorkle, and as always, visit SteelersDepot.com for your latest and greatest Steelers breaking news and analysis.